Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Girl Money 69 Ways. I'm here with Tamika Zan, and we are here to, talk about the season finale of It. Welcome to Derry, y'all. Whew. This episode, Chef Kiss. I mean, I like the way
Mhm.
it ended.
Okay, y'all did that.
Look, yes, they did that. I enjoyed the episode on the scale of 1 to 5. How was you rated? 5 being the highest, 5.
Hmm. Nah, five for me. I loved it. I loved it. I got little nitpicks, but it definitely was nothing major. I love the season finale.
Right.
That's what I was waiting for because I'm like, they killing it. Every episode, I felt like it was getting better and better and better. And I said, if y'all do this ending right, because some shows you be liking the flow, you be liking how things going, but then we get to the end and they be like, really? And this one, y'all just kept going up. Y'all set up. Y'all let us know. We ready for seasons 2 and 3. We need y'all on it immediately. Okay.
Okay.
I want all these kids
Yes.
to get awards. Like, I mean, it's just everything was good to me. I really don't have no big complaints at all. And I know we getting the spinoffs for Welcome to Derry, and they pretty much know where they want to take the story. But I don't know if I'm being greedy by saying I wouldn't mind. Let's throw Holler in the show, okay? Let him be out here in the shine and give us that universe too, okay? That'd be the cherry on top. I wouldn't be mad at it.
So you want him to like how he get to
Yeah, give us a little more
over there
because
in London or whatever.
right, show us his little journey and his growth. Because it's a part that I know we'll discuss it in here. That I was like, wait a minute, did we know he could do that? Like I didn't even know what was happening at first. I'm like, okay. After he had that
Yeah,
little
we gonna
peek,
get there. We gonna
yeah.
get there. We gonna get there. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm like, I can't remember. I'm like, I can't remember if he know
Mhm.
how to do that. But yeah, so it's I give it a 5 or 10. Look, like how
Mhm.
would y'all rate it? Because I enjoyed it. Um, they deserve an award or something because these kids acted they butts off. These grown ups acted their butts off. Um, Chris Chalk, that's the one play hollering. He did his
Right.
thing with his facials and emotions, and like I see dead
Yes.
people, and he was laying it on thick. Like I really believe him. Like
Yeah.
he was going through it.
Mhm.
His box being open,
Yeah.
and everybody did a phenomenal job. All the way down to the kids. Is somebody need to win something, okay?
Yes.
But
Definitely.
yes, let us know, you guys who watching. How would you rate the finale of It? Welcome to Derry. Let us know um your thoughts on it as a whole.
Mhm.
Did they hit the mark or not? Okay. But we about to get into the episode. Child, look, things are going haywire. We see this like smoke fall coming through the town of Derry, and yeah, it was just like I'm like, what's going on? Just like this smoke thick coming in
Mhm.
through. Cause the last episode we saw Will behind Pennywise got Will all in the deadlights, right?
Right.
Got his ass floating. So now we see this thick fall coming through, and then we see this crazy B right here who is have the energy of it all, looking crazy.
Mhm.
Pennywise basically channeling her body. Like I'm seeing all this stuff going down. Everybody running, trying to get inside, trying to get somewhere safe from this fall, especially adults of it
Yeah.
all. So that's important. The adults. What was your thought? What the hell is this happening with this fall? Because I ain't know what the hell was going on.
I actually thought about The Mist, and I don't know how many people have watched The Mist. That's another Stephen King one, but I don't know if it's any type of connections because I know there are some that's connected and some, that's just its own. But
Right.
the myth popped in my head, and I was like, so do Pennywise be making that go through, or is it another entity that does the same thing? Because the child, if you know, you know, if you ever watched that one, that was crazy too. But that definitely crossed my mind. But I just knew that Pennywise was about to get buck wild because y'all done let him out. Y'all done woke him up out his damn sleep.
He got the party, boy. He about to come through.
I'm like,
Hey.
good morning, Sean. That's what you was asking for. Mm.
Hey, all in. Yes, you
Yeah.
gave it a 5. They exceeded. I used to be scared. I'm ready now for other season. Okay. You used to be scared. Now you ready for other season. Okay. That's what's up. So yes,
Mm-hmm.
things going haywire. So we get down to the school, right? Pennywise made his ass way down to the school. Made an announcement that there's a all grade assembly. So come to the auditorium or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get to the auditorium. Soon as this principal dude, I was like, he looked funny, and I think Penny got his hand. He being puppets. That's it,
Mm-hmm.
like puppeteered.
Yeah, he was
So
definitely giving straight up and down puppeteer with
then
that
the
old.
wig came off. I'm like, Penny ain't shit. Like, yo, they wilding. But yeah, so Pennywise made an appearance out of the talking about the principal. He put the finger through the eyes, took his head off, put it in the crowd. Then he started doing his dance. Okay, that Bob Gray was doing at the
Mm-hmm.
carnival in 1908, and it was just creepy. And you see, he's red because he was stewing. When he
Mm-hmm.
was asleep, he was asleep stewing in his stuff and that stuff. So yeah, so he came to the school. I didn't mind the blood bully girls getting dead, like, but the rest of the
I
people
didn't
was
either, to be honest. I was like, baby, get them, okay? I still feel like they got off too easy, but because they still came out, even when they was coming out, when they thought it was just some type of assembly in the gym, they still was talking crap. But I was like, not Pennywise, pretty much saying like the teachers or whatever, other school staff, y'all leave, and the older kids, y'all can leave. I said, so we really just picking the youngest ones in the crowd, Penny? Okay, that's your thing, honey. But I wasn't mad at them. Okay.
yeah, because the younger is gonna be more scared. They not gonna like, oh, I'm gonna
Mhm.
fight back or something like that, and
Yeah.
probably more tastier for us as the blood goes of it all, or the fear
Hmm.
of it all, I should say. But yeah, so that was wild to see. I'm like, okay, Penny is on the loose and he going wild. He
Yeah.
don't care. So he got all these kids floating now. So that was wild to see.
Hmm.
As that is happening, we see the girls up there on they hide out, they hang out, and they still cleaning and doing stuff. And then Rainy noticed this fog coming through the town, so
Hmm.
they had to see what's going on. They're
Yeah.
like, what the heck's going on? And then we get Leroy. He's still on the base. He stayed still because what's the name said go back to the base, right?
Hmm.
Uh, after he pulled out the blicky, he couldn't even finish the mission of taking out General Shaw. But I digress. But he on the phone trying to call to the house in Derry, right?
Hmm.
Nobody. He's like, "Come on, Will, pick up." So he hung up. Nobody picking up. Phone ring back. He thinking it's Will. No, it's Pennywise. Antagonizing his ass. Like, I got your boy. And then you hear Will in the background, and then Leroy just hollering. He said, what does a man fear who has no fear?" Or something like that.
Hmm.
He said to this man. I'm like, ooh. And he want his son. Okay, so it's like, ooh, I was like, damn. So what are your thoughts on this? And then we see Shaw trying to keep up what's going on since they took up the pillar and stuff like that. And then, after Leroy dumbass is hollering on the phone, I'm like, how you hollering at entity? Like, what they're gonna do? That's not gonna get Will back, okay? Hang up. And then he went to go find hollering who is struggling, like he really struggling because since he talked to one, they start coming at him, like literally all up on him, and he like contemplating on taking himself out. So, what are your thoughts on all this going down?
Yeah, the fact that the girls knew immediately, like, what is going on? We got to go out here in these streets and see what's happening, Cap. I don't know that would have been me. I don't know. I would have been walking towards this damn fog mist, whatever you want to call it. I would, yeah. But they was on the job immediately. They was not shook or scared. They said, we
Okay.
got to, figure out what's going down. Sure, I didn't give a damn about him. I just kept counting down, like, how long is it going to take for Pennywise to bite his damn head? Because I was tired of, you the one that caused this whole thing, that wanted all of this. This was your bright idea for God knows what reason. You still out here trying to scheme and damn plan when you really ain't planning shit, trying to act like you in charge. And as far as Leroy, Pennywise, he was making me laugh because not the dark meat is sweet, bitch. We kind of already knew that. We know he liked the younger people, and we know that, it's always the black people that's out here in the damn shenanigans that's being sacrificed and going through the damn thing.
Right.
So that wasn't too shocking, but I was like, Penny, if you don't go some damn way, all right.
When he said that, my mouth dropped. I said, "No, you didn't."
I felt bad for Dick. He's been sitting here just seeing these on people walking around looking crazy as hell nonstop. Okay. And so he was ready to go ahead and just say, I'll see y'all later. I'm up out of here. I ain't got time for this. So Leroy came over to him and pretty much, of course, wants his help. He trying to get through to him, let him know, like, look, please help me find Will. This damn thing got my son. And if you help me with that, then I'm going to help you the best that I can. I'll use the damn bullet myself. Okay. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just help me with this. And yes, Diggerford, what's up? Listen, I'm so sad to see it go. It went too fast for me, but I feel like that's because we was enjoying it, and definitely they did a great job, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. Hey Matthew. But yeah,
I wish we could have got 10 episodes. Yeah, I could have squeezed 10 out.
Ooh, that would have been nice. That would be hella nice. But child, oof. Shaw, I can't wait till I get to the end, but let's keep moving. Cause look, like I'm ready to skip to the end, but yeah, Hollering is going through it. I did a reaction to this, you guys. I might post it one day. Because I said if I was Hollering, I might have to say lights out. I don't think I could have made it once my box got open. Look, I'm just saying. After that whole black spot that went down at the black spot, after that, after I show you the pillar, I think I would have had lights out for me. But who knows? But he got Hollering, take him to Rose house. Was we got Tanya, Rose, and we got Hank and Charlotte there from the last episode. So Hollering is going through it, baby. Like you got to literally carry him to A to Z. But they get to the house. And let me just say, I understand Charlotte's reaction of hitting a husband Leroy, because Will got taken by this entity, Pennywise, this clown. So I understand her reaction for us, the way she was hitting him and stuff like that. Like, you lied. You say we were safe here. You're a liar.
He wasn't lying. He told her what he was told, because it was like, oh, you should have been on the base. We've been told you to come to the base.
But we don't really know that, to me.
Nobody knew that Shaw ass was going to sit here and burn up the damn thing that was actually halfway keeping y'all safe. And Charlotte, your ass left him in the damn house, girl. You should have took him with you, okay? You might as well slap yourself if you gonna slap him.
I'm gonna say y'all both got swallowed that pill, but I guess she thought, because he did tell him, because Hollering said it was no longer there. Thought it was sleep.
It was sleep. Yeah.
So
technically, it was.
It was like, no. It was like, no. He woke his ass up, man. It was like a yelling. No, I understand her reaction, but she did leave the boy at home. But she was going off the strength of this thing is asleep and we safe now. Yeah, I understand. And Leroy is not the best communicator, let's be honest, when it comes to Charlotte and telling her stuff with the whole military of it all.
No.
Yes, he deserved that. That's why I said I understand that reaction out of the mom. Yeah, so Rose telling them like, cause he brought Hollering to help, and she said I don't think they're gonna be enough to get your boy back. Because she been in this town long enough. She know how these things operate. So she was a little girl when the last time it happened. So she witnessed some of the things. And Holleran, he had me chuckling. He said, "What y'all think I'm gonna be able to do?" He said, "I'm struggling over here. I hear these voices."
Exactly.
Because they think he can get into to find the next pillar, the shard or the dagger of it all. Because that's the only way it's gonna be closed since they took the pillar and melted.
Right.
So Tanya did drop the dagger. She brought out the map and say what they need to do with this said dagger once they find it. It got to be buried in a dead wood tree to recalibrate the other pillars that's around in the area to reconnect, to close it back up. So Hollering had me hollering because he is going through. He said, "I can't close the voices. I cannot." So she had this little root branch thing she grind up, add some water, and there you go, drink it. And it helped. I forgot what was called, the proper name of it, but he
drunk it. The same. What was the turtle? Maturian or whatever.
Yeah, if it start with an M. I'm not gonna butcher that name.
It basically came from that, and she like, go ahead and drink this tea. I mean, we know they're gonna have some different remedies. He like, what this gonna do? You sure it's gonna work? Listen, I'm not mad at him. I don't blame him. You, like I said, you walking around seeing this nonstop 24/7 every time you open your eyes, and then now it's even more because of the fact that he spoke and he already explained to Leroy what happens when you do that. So I'm sure not only are you seeing them, you hearing them, they just all up in your damn grill. No, that's enough to drop anybody.
Sometimes Leroy get on my nerves when it comes to hollering, because when he went to the room, I'm like, he see dead people. He told you this. Why you acting like you don't know what's going on with this man?
Right. At this point, you up to date with what's happening.
Thank you. That's I'm looking like, yeah. But so he dropped the thing. He was able to, get a reading on the girls or what have you.
Yeah.
Because mind you, they went to school.
And it was funny too, because he said, like, how long is it going to take? She said, not too long. And she was trying to give him a warning, which she should have said that sooner, because the minute she was trying to give it to him, it was like she was going long. Yes. And he wasn't even hearing it. He was just going in and out.
He like, huh?
Oh, Lord.
Like, he didn't even get the last of what she was about to say. That was important. So like I said, the girls saw the fall. They went down to see what's going on in the town. It was so thick they could barely see in the cold fog mist of it all. And then they see the missing Will banner, and they saw a whole wall of the missing signs of the kids. They like, this is all the kids from school.
Yeah.
So they got to see what's going on, and she saw the one for missing Will. Ronnie was like, nah, I got to go get my bae. I got to go get my boo. So I'm going to go to the school and see what's going on. It's funny because they own this one bike. They own Ronnie bike. I forgot I forgot they rode that one bike. So, it was funny how all three of them made it to the school. They came to the school. We see the principal head here, his body there, and it was just a a terrible scene.
These
And
kids just get traumatized non-damn stop, honey. Okay, I would need so much damn therapy after this
well,
experience.
medications. Look, mommy happy pills or whatever she called them, mommy little helpers. Yeah, so they saw that. They saw like how we gonna find the kids. It struck again, and then they see the trail of blood. They start to ride on a bike. It was funny. They didn't make it far, and then Marge had a good idea to take the milkman truck because he's not using it because he got bodied that day. I know he hate that he made a delivery that day, but she said I saw my uncle drove before. It was hilarious. I'm like, you got one eye. And as soon as I said that, Ronnie said, how you gonna drive with one eye? How you can see? So they trying to follow the trail of blood that was on the ground. So it was just hilarious. And then they hit a pothole, they had an accident. Lily panicked because the dagger flew out her bag and onto the ground next to the truck. Ronnie was trying to get it. She said, "Don't touch it." She grabbed it. It was wild. Because once you hold that entity of that thing, it messes with your mind. So
Yeah, I was saying that last week. Lily was looking half dead to me. I said, I think it's not only just what she been through and her seeing Ingrid and finding out the truth about her. I think that damn thing, the longer you hold it, the more it start to mess with you and your mind and stuff too, as well. Baby Marge was driving better than me. Okay, it's been a couple years since I got injured, since I've driven a vehicle, and I know they say it's like a bike, if you get in, come right back to you. But her saying my uncle, okay, I saw my uncle do it, and then she getting in here and she doing the damn thing. She was trying to go as much as she can. There is no ice, whatever, on the ground. And Ronnie over here talking about go faster, go faster. We need you to floor it. This is as fast as you could go. She was like, this is a damn milk truck, girl.
Okay.
I wasn't surprised. I mean, she got further than I thought she would before they end up crashing. Yes, like Lord of the Rings with him in that damn ring. My friends. Yes. Okay. But yeah, and then to like have to bring her back to reality because they over here fighting over it. And they like, Lily, girl, remember you said you are the, what was it, the lifeboat or whatever the hell, child. We need you to realize and recognize. Because she was like, no, y'all think I'm crazy. And we had to bring her back down to reality and get this damn thing from her before you really do be damn crazy.
They was fighting. They're like, girls, okay. Like, cause she had to apologize because she feels so responsible for when they went down to the sewers.
Yeah.
So she's still on that, and they had to made a plan to like pass the dagger on. They each take a turn holding it, basically, as they go. And after they get through fighting and dusting themselves off, and Ronnie sees the kids like on the lake or whatever, the river lake, and it's frozen, and we see kids floating in the fog. Okay, and we see Pennywise ass in the front and his little traveling truck thing, and he was wilding because he was playing the horn. It was like a whole circus.
Baby, he said, y'all want a show? I'm gonna give y'all a show. He done sung, he done danced, he done did the puppet act. Now he over here, driving with all them floating in the air behind him playing
a horn.
I said, Lord have mercy.
And Will in the front, leading the charge, okay? Leading the flow, I should say. I'm sorry, but I laughed when they tried to jump.
Yeah, how the hell you jumping up trying to grab Will? Like, I get it, but you knew damn well you wasn't about to be able to grab his leg. And not Penny jumping out like, oh, it's y'all, the losers. Like, which one is which? Who's who? Okay.
Right, who's who? That does crack me up. And then, Ronnie, here she go. You see all the kids, all their classmates just floating. Got to Will. Pennywise, kind of stop Pennywise, but he was antagonizing because he was like circling them. He was circling them. That was funny
He
to
was
me.
playing hide and seek, peekaboo. It was like it was having an effect, but it wasn't having an effect because he was like, "I'm gonna grab one of y'all. I'm gonna get one of y'all. Y'all all three ain't got one of them shards, so I'm gonna work my way around." But Ronnie was definitely she was holding that thing like she had the hammer on her baby, and I wanted Ronnie to slice him like at least one good time, but she definitely was out front like. Come on, like we was screaming, but we was ready.
Yes, yes, yes. We was screaming, we was ready. But yeah, he circled them. Look, grab Marge by the ankles. I'm like, I knew he was gonna go low. I knew he was gonna go
Hmm.
low. Damn it. And he got one eye March and baby. Grab Marge up and she was backing up and he go attacking after her. Basically telling her future.
Hmm.
Basically
And
telling her
we
future.
found out that he is basically anywhere, everywhere, child, past, future,
Past,
present,
present, yeah.
all at once. I was like,
All of
okay. Talking about beat, March. I've been waiting for you. I said this. Yo, Pennywise is really something else. I'm telling you.
yeah, yeah, he an asshole. But talking about her son Richie, like, um unalive him, or I could just unalive you, and then
Hmm.
both of y'all be gone. Because let's
Right.
be honest, if you can see that far in the future, Richie is part of the Lose Club, and eventually they took his ass out.
Hmm. I was
But,
glad to get this confirmation because this is definitely we talked about it.
mhm,
I was like, is this gonna be true? Is she really, Richie's mom and she done named her son in honor of Rich who saved her life all these years ago? And I
mhm.
was not expecting Pennywise to be like, see, cheese, you don't know your own son. He right here, okay, missing in these streets. I was like, oh damn, he
Okay.
really just throwing it out there, letting it be known. So it was like, okay, that is true. And then when he
Mhm.
just froze like that, I was like, wait a minute, what happened? Did somebody come and stab him from behind? Or, I was a little lost at first. Okay, when he got stuck with the damn thousand teeth hanging out.
I was confused at first, and then I'm like,
Hmm.
"That's not she don't have the dagger." But
Right.
as they was because mind you, hollering, everybody, Rose, Charlotte, Leroy, Hank, hollering. They got in the van truck, and
Hmm.
they was on their way. And mind you, they using he's the GPS basically to get to the girls with the dagger.
Hmm.
And also, um as he was navigating them to find them, they asked him to do something else, and then it like kind of cut to
Yeah, I
that
thought he wasn't gonna be down with that because we know that that's what started everything off and got his box
on the
open in the
helicopter.
first damn place. You're
On the
right.
helicopter, yeah,
With
that's when he
him
got
creeping
noticed.
down there messing around. So I
Hmm.
figured he would be really, really scared to even make an attempt to do that
Trying to do
again.
that, okay.
Hmm.
But since that he drunk that root, he like, okay, I got it. Since he quieted the noise, the voices of it
Hmm.
all. So I thought about that because
Yeah,
they did ask, because who came with that? Leroy. Leroy had
yeah.
that idea. He
Because I
remembered.
didn't know how fast he was going to even be able to track it down and know that the
Right.
girls had it, but he found them pretty fast. He was like Will
Mm-hmm.
Prince. Because, of course, we knowing all this time, ever since Daniel dropped it, Lily has been holding on, baby.
Holding on and never letting go. Okay. She's like,
Hmm.
and losing her mind at the same time. He's a clown for real. Yes. What did you think about Pete? Child.
Yeah. And then even Rose gave
Thinking.
them the warning about that. Like the longer the person has it, that's probably why, she always made sure it was locked up in the safe and secured. Like we only pulling this out if we really need it.
Right. So Pennywise got frozen. Then, if you put two and two together, you know that it was Hollering who was
Yeah. It took me a
in.
little minute. At first I was like, so what? Is he kind of like stuck and then he going back and remembering something or they showing us
When it
something that
got to
actually
this,
happened with
I was
Bob at
like,
first? But the fact that he slapped the mess out of him, like You must have had too much to drink. Come on, Bob. And he kept, I'm not Bob. What are you talking about? He was like, I'm damn, I'm a god. Yo,
right,
I
I'm a
was
god.
crying.
I was like, okay. When that happened, that's when I put two together. I'm like, okay.
Because it seemed like he was a little confused first too, and then they all just standing around.
The god was confused.
Finally, he caught on.
Like?
I was like, not the white man with black hands. What the hell?
You see little Ingrid. Everybody's asking, is he okay? Everybody crowding. We see the guy we saw in the last episode in 1908 in the past. That's with the carnival. So they like, are you okay? You fell and bumped something. It was just wild.
Yes. When
they keep
calling
him Bob.
Out of him, that I was just cracking up. But at least he held him there for a minute, child. He did what needed to be done. That's why I was like, oh, I never saw Holloman do this. I didn't know he could do this. I'm like, now y'all got me even more intrigued. I want to know what's the other things he could do.
Yeah, I was cracking up, and then eventually Pennywise was retaliating back, pulled the wig back because he first I guess the truck somehow it was shaking, and then you saw a hollering hand. It was black. It was like, okay, that's what Pennywise said. Tricky Dicky, Tricky Dicky. He said, "I see you." Then he pulled the face off, and it was hollering. It was a good transition. The visual was dope. Yeah, I liked it. I like how all that went down. So that was funny. I didn't know he could do that. I'd like to see that again. But as that was going out, because in the meantime, Tanyu, the kids, they got to the kids. Tanyu and Leroy was supposed to take that dagger to the deadwood tree. They didn't make it. Let's say the military got in the way. They shot Leroy in the leg, and they definitely got Tanyu in the neck. I was like, oh, he a goner. When I saw that shot to the neck, I was like, he gone.
This is when they really pissed me the hell off. Like, Houseway, how y'all still listening to Shaw? Is no damn way. You see this entity wrecking hell, and you gonna talk about, oh yeah, get these ones over here because they, went against me and wasn't listening. Take them out. And y'all really gonna start like, pop, like, what are we doing here? I was so happy when Leroy and Holloman looked at each other. And what was Hank doing? Hank, if you was gonna come out here just to yell at the damn people, your ass could have stayed home on the damn couch. Like, seriously.
I mean, he did pick up a blicky at one point.
It was too slow and too damn long. Like 10 damn minutes already went past. I was so aggravated with him.
Because Rose gave them a look. Because she saw Tanyu. She said Rose gave him a look. Because they was all on the ice, like sliding, like trying to duck for cover at first. Because the boy, what's his name? Will had ran out as soon as he saw his pops got popped. He ran out first. And the kids, they was running into bullets. And then they came out. Then they had to go back.
They didn't care about the kids. They didn't care about nobody. But that part frustrated me so much. I'm like, please, why are you not getting these military people up out of here? I was so sick of them. I didn't know what the hell to do, y'all. I want to jump through the damn TV and take them out myself.
Yeah, Big Fur said they love the fact that Pennywise doesn't see time normally. Yeah, a lot can come out of that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why they can jump.
Jump. Like that changes everything as far as what we knew. Right. And it's still more that we don't know all the rules and regulations of it. So that makes it even more interesting. But R.I.P. Tanyu, you was a real one, even though your ass ain't dropped that damn thing to begin with. But it did save, Lily at the same time. But I was like, damn, man, like y'all over here really. I wanted them all to just fall through the damn ice. But they got what was coming to them anyway.
Right. And then dumbass Shaw is just having his man like, pointing guns at him, and like, because he was really when it came down to Leroy being AWOL, he said, "Okay, we don't need him no more." But when he said hollering, when the his number two said hollering, baby, he said, "Er?" And then that's when they went here to stop them. He's like, and he wanted hollering. He wanted Leroy and hollering. I was like, oh gosh,
Yeah.
here we go.
I just wanted more with that. I mean, I get that the only ones that probably really gonna know how to jump into it and be on it and be about that action as far as using hammers is Leroy and Dick because they've been in the military. But I was so excited from seeing the little clip for the trailer when it first dropped. We're like, oh wait a minute, Holloman and Charlotte is there too, and they got the hammers. So I'm expecting Leroy probably taught Charlotte some things, and I was like, Rose may know too, because we know she done been out here for years protecting herself against player people.
Yeah.
But then when we just was screaming, and then Charlotte just dropped her damn hammer when it was time to run to people, I was like, come on, girl, what is happening here? Because Leroy was giving Pennywise the business. He was holding it down for a minute. I was like, oh, Leroy, then he ran out of his damn bullets. I was like, damn it.
He wasn't the only one. It was a lot of them running out of bullets. I'm like, y'all, okay, just pick up the next guy gun. I was like, let's pick up the next to you. Like, it was plenty because Rose gave them the look, and then they started fighting and punching, and they basically knocked out the military that was there.
We would have been doing everything. And how come y'all didn't have none of the what the hell is them damn grenades? Like, we needed everything. We ain't got no time to be playing no games. Even though we know it's just gonna slow him down, but we need to slow him down as much as we can. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Once they took the guns, they should rinse the clip on. Yeah, they need to please. Yeah, Hank pissed me off for that part. He just screaming. He's screaming for his kids.
You might as well have stayed in the truck, baby, or stayed back at the house. Okay, Hank, you already caused enough at the black spot. I'm still on your neck for that.
Yeah, but that's Ingrid's fault. It's not his fault technically. But anyway, so yeah, so mind you, they hollering because they once Tanya went down and Leroy went down, they gave the dagger and gave it to Will and tell him and the kids to haul ass to that deadwood tree and bury it deep.
Yeah,
and Will was like, I can't do it. I'm scared.
I'm like, don't get scared now, Will. You the one that had the heart this whole
Big
time.
Willie.
Okay?
Come on, Big Willie. Said I ain't scared. So I ain't never scared.
Okay.
Okay. But they was making their way with the dagger to the thing, and Pennywise got frozen when he found out Tricky Dicky had him in this fake trance and this fake illusion in the carnival again. So yeah, and this dumb fool, well, he not dumb. I'm glad he went to approach the frozen clown.
He is the dumbest character ever to exist, because why did you think you was about to come over here? Oh, you free to go now. Go ahead, ease on down the road, do whatever you want to do, skip to my loot. Like, Sean, if you don't get your ass out of here, he really thought he was about to command this. And I just don't understand where was the logic that really was his whole plan from the beginning. Like, seriously, he ain't have the sense God gave Roach.
He thought this entity was not gonna mess with him because he low key helping this entity. But
Pennywise don't give a damn about that. Pennywise is the definition of I don't give a damn. Okay.
But he started sniffing, then he came back. He said, "I remember that smell." I'm like, "Uh-oh." When he started sniffing, I said, "Uh-oh, he going." I'm like, "Yeah, from 1908 as a little boy." Okay, then that's when he did the reveal of the one-eyed guy.
Yes, I loved it. I loved it. The critique I have on that is it took too long, and I wish he would have took out all the rest of the damn army people and the other little races.
Especially the number two.
Yes, crunch down on him too. Okay. I loved it. I was in here clapping and cheering. Like, yes. Once he said, "Oh, I remember you," I know that nasty ass smell.
Yep, he's still scared. He's still scared. He reverted back
Yeah,
to that
because he
scared little
got
boy.
scared once he saw that face, but then he tried to switch it because he knows that fear is, the weakness, and he tried to act like he was commanded again. What are you doing? Stand down. He was like, I say, yeah,
Right.
man, get your ass out of
Get out of
here.
here. Okay. No, I see it. So yeah, bye. Good riddance to General Shaw. Okay. So these kids are struggling trying to get this thing, but as they get closer, it's like trying to redirect them away from the tree, and it's trying to go home. Because Rose did share that about this thing. But as they were standing there, trying to help the kids, trying to stop Pennywise from getting to them, catching up to them, because he was doing his crazy skip to the loo walk at one point, and Leroy like shot him down and shot his head off, and then he kind of grew his head back, and then deadlighted Leroy, and he was down for a little bit, and then you feel this spirit, or you feel this something is coming, and it was the native war chief, but she wasn't alone. She had my boy Rich with her, and baby, I said y'all play too much. I'm like, y'all is messed up for that, because my emotions was triggered.
Yes, baby. I jumped up. I said, "Oh, Rich, honey." Like, I was not expecting. I would have never had that on my bingo card
Me
for
either.
him to step outside from the, chief or whatever. I forgot the title. Name, because all this whole
War
time
chief.
Holloman
Just
is
said war
looking.
chief.
Yeah, the war chief. The whole time, Holloman is looking, and Rose asked him, like, "What do you see?" And he just like amazed with his mouth open. And then he said, "A
Yes.
miracle," and we see Rich start running, baby. And then when he put that finger, I said, "Go, Rich, go!" I was like, "Look at Rich coming in for the save again, honey." Okay. He
Yeah,
said,
that
"Not
was a
on my
surprise.
watch. I'm covered by the blood. We about to get up, all up and through here."
And I had to get the screenshot of him flipping the bird. I said, you should run and throw the middle finger. As soon as I say that, I promise you, he throw up the middle finger. I'm like, yep, that's what I would have done. Because he know
Mhm.
Pennywise, and he had an encounter with him. So yeah, F you. You the reason why I'm one of the reasons why I'm gone. So here I'm helping my
Yeah.
friends. I'm still down in the losers club.
Okay.
um and then this is when Pennywise starts to grow some damn wings, baby.
Hmm.
Trying to fly there. I was like, oh my God. I'm like a bird. I wanna fly. No, we was not get there. It was like really close. It was
Yeah.
good. I like the visuals of it. I loved it. It was very
Mhm.
close, and I was like, please, please, and they got it down in there, and then Pennywise was down for the count. The little orbs, his little orbs, the what he made of. Yeah, he was basically shrunken, and
Yeah.
we know he's
Yeah.
not
I
gone, but
was
he just
feeling
shrunk
all of
back down. So
right. We got him back down where he needed to damn be. Okay, at least in the meantime, in
right,
between time. And I definitely was like feeling all the emotions. I got excited, happy, but then I still felt a little sad. Like, damn, Rich is gone and his spirit is coming through, jumping on top. Like, nah, we gonna get this thing down in here. And the fact that they was even like, when we was doing that, I
hey,
felt a little something. And it's like, Rich, he was here with us too. He's helping us. I was like, oh.
oh, right. Like, that I'm like, y'all know how to get someone in they field. We already had that last episode. What are y'all doing this episode? I'm like, what y'all trying to do to me? You need that screenshot from my coworkers. What screenshot? Oh, the middle finger one. Oh yeah, girl. It was a too full to move quick enough. Yeah. Yeah, they was trying to pop him down, like let him slow him down by popping him, and then that's when you decide he want to grow wings and stuff, and trying to get there quicker. But yeah, hey, Doc Kaiju. I want to
Hey,
say.
what's up? Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for coming through. Yes, we are talking about the season finale of It. Welcome to Derry. On HBO Max. It was a good season finale. So make sure you subscribe to both our channels and hit the like button as we continue to talk about the season finale of It. Welcome to Derry. Yeah, so whew, this look Tamika, they
Look, I was asking where the parents was, and they showed me the parents. They gave him a funeral. They had my girl March up here giving her words on friendship. I ain't got no complaints with this part. And the fact that this also let Holleran see another side of it, because he was seeing like all this evil spirits and all of that. But now you have Rich, who we know is good, who sacrificed himself for Marge, who came in again for the save, and he over here smiling, looking back at Holleran, and also holding on to his friends, holding on to his parents. And obviously, I mean, I'm not too shocked that they are believers, because when we meet Rich and when he comes in to help them, he really didn't have no reason to help them, to be honest. He was, even though he didn't have the information right, he was telling them about his cousin and how he, knew whatever about the spirits, and this is what we need to say and do. So
yeah.
obviously, once Holleran comes over to them and lets them know, like, that hand you feel on your shoulder, that's your son. He's there with you, and he's always going to be there with you. They didn't look at him like, oh, who's this crazy man? Why is he telling us this?
But they feel it. They
they
feel
could feel it. They could, oh man, y'all, that just, whew.
And then this is his parents, his uncle believing that prayer witch or whatever,
Yeah.
hoodoo, whatever he was saying, his uncle his Tio
Yes.
believed in and said. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are believers of
Yes.
the afterlife of the spirit. So,
And again, the acting was superb. The way Will and them was crying, baby, you couldn't tell me that they really did not lose their friend.
Right. Whew. Got to be more careful. Look, I wanted to pause and like, y'all, I'll come to this later. But it was like, okay, I had to look at the time. I'm like, okay, it's almost over. Yes, he was a G. He's still around with his little self. Yeah, he's solid. So as after the funeral, this is actually opened up Lily to actually visit her father's grave, because at the beginning of the season, her mom kept asking her like, "You ain't the only one who lost someone or lost something," and she was able to make it to his grave because she couldn't really deal with how she lost her father. And we also see the plane. Marge was walking down the street, the little paper plane that Rich be throwing off they little hangout, made it to Main Street in a tree. So that was cool. And then we finally see the grandma, Hank mother. They was packing up the cars. Both of the families packing up their cars. They had Rose house in her farm. And we see Hollering, because this is kind of cool, because they tied it up like you said, like to The Shining, because he said he's going to take a bus to Boston and take plane to London or whatever, because his friend got a hotel, whatever. He's gonna be a cook, whatever. Like, okay, I see what y'all did there.
Yeah.
I see what y'all did there. And we got of course Leroy is on this cane because he got popped on his leg or hip or whatever. But yeah, this is when Rose let the Hanlons know that they should stay. She suggests that they should stay because she's thinking about selling the house and the farm, because it's kind of hard without Tanya, because she was taking care. It was just her and Tanya, so
right.
So she said y'all should join us because this thing will come back around. The next 27 years is gonna come back around, so y'all should stick around and stuff like that. And child, they said no at first, because they got in the car and they thought about it. And now when we get to the movies, you see granddaddy
right.
with the farm and stuff. So that made sense. And then we see Ronnie and Will finally kiss, and they said they're gonna keep in touch. And he said he gonna write her as much as possible because that's the saying is when you move away, you forget everything that went down in Derry. You tend to
Mm-hmm.
forget. So he said he gonna write her, trying to remind her of him and what went down. So, what are your thoughts on all
I
this?
loved seeing Rich playing. I mean, why not, baby? We
Hey,
done
Carmen.
had, Rich suffocate, some he sacrificed himself, like I said, coming for the save. It's only right that his airplane did land in the street too. Why not? Okay. And then seeing Lily finally go to her dad's grave, because you can only go when you ready to go. Listen, I don't do graveyards at all, so God bless her, right? I was never mad at her that she didn't want to go there, but the fact that she finally went and let her dad know, like, I'm okay. And then when the butterfly landed on the top of the grave, you know, that just was like, ooh, for me, because we
Yeah.
got our cousin that passed away a while back and used to always be into butterflies. And sometimes when we'll talk
Mm,
about him, all of a sudden a butterfly
mm-hmm.
will be coming out of no. And I was like, okay, daddy letting you know he glad you all right, he all right, like y'all good,
Yeah.
and you can go head on. So I love that. Grandma, about time they came and got you, lady. I'm glad they didn't bring you around for the other shenanigans of it all. And they waited till when they was gonna leave, because the whole time it was like, is Ronnie gonna make it out? Is her dad gonna make it out? Like, inquiring minds wanted to know, because of course, like when we first started this, I was saying is things that's in the book that they did completely different as far as the movie and the show. So Ronnie name, because a lot of people was like, was Ronnie just a made up character, or is she actually a character that did exist? She did, but it was never where it was of this big part of her. In the book, it just said that she was one of the names of the kids that Pennywise took out. And
Mm-hmm.
then in the movie, I believe Beverly hears her or heard her name or something. Either she sees a post of her or heard her name through the pipe, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a little minute, but I know it's one or the other. Whereas they
Mm-hmm.
expanded so much on her story in here, so you really didn't know what they were gonna do with it. And I don't think it was anything like with her dad Hank and him being in the black spot. They just again expanded on the story, stressed it out, and I love the way they did it. I mean, when you do it right, you ain't gonna get no complaints from me. But that also makes me have more questions, like, did he ever come back and get her later down the line, or is she really in the safe zone? But for right now, I'm
Right.
happy seeing her with her two lollipops and them cruising together. Okay, I was like, all right, and they got the
Out
little
of
kiss
Derry.
in, right, and
Right.
they got the hell up out of there. I was like, go ahead, and of course, I don't know how long. Well, when Will is gonna be writing these letters to her, because I was even wondering, like, does she ever come back to Derry to see him?
That's
It's
what
so much
Bigger
more
for
questions.
Entertainment said. Do you
Yeah,
think Ronnie
like that
might
makes me
come?
more curious now about that. Then as far, I love what they did with Hollering and throwing that little, thing in about, like I said in the beginning, for some that just joined, I was saying to Monique, listen, I might be being greedy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm probably greedy, but I wouldn't mind if we get a spinoff with Hollering. I don't mind if we see him go down his road, and how he got into knowing more with the shining and what to do and what not to do and all of the things. Because I cackled when he was like, what's the worst that could happen? Is the whole time I was like, baby, you about to find out. Okay. You about to find out. And I wouldn't mind seeing that story too.
Yeah.
um Child, but when they said they was going to decide to stay, and it's funny, I know her last name is Taylor, I can't think of the first name, the woman that plays Charlotte. She's like, baby, in real life, it would have been a no for me, dog. I would have been up out of there. Like, when I read that the character was going to stay, because that was my whole thing. Like, what makes them stay? What makes them decide to stay? And I kind of thought Charlotte wasn't going to make it. And then he just was going to be like, stuck maybe in his depressed mode or whatever, and decide he was going to stay here. But for
I'm
them
not
to have,
shocked
I
because
don't
she
know
is.
which way I thought it was gonna go, but I didn't necessarily see it happening like this. And then Rose, kind of passing them the torch, saying she want to get the hell up out of here now that she lost you. She don't have nothing left there. But I was like, are you really giving them all of the details, Rose? Like, are you leaving the teas and all of the things that they need here for them to stay? Like, it just wouldn't have been me,
She
okay?
said join. She said join us. She said
Yeah,
join
she
us.
did say
So
join
the
us, but
natives.
you
I
leaving,
guess.
girl.
I guess she just don't want to have the
Yeah,
farm
but she
anymore because of
tired. She
Tanu.
did her due. I
Yeah.
wasn't mad at her for that, but I just was like, But anyway,
I
nonetheless,
don't
then
think
they
it's
they get
Charlotte's
in
fault
there.
that they stay. But
And all of us, yeah, in Charlotte, because we was ready to go. Okay, we was ready to go
but
in
y'all got to
Charlotte.
remember her character. She is willing to help. She is down for the fight,
Listen,
and
it's
she's
somebody
down to
else's fight
protect.
today, baby. Okay, we ain't got it to do. But
She trying to do the. She down for doing the right
we knew
thing for
that
some
they
reason
stayed, but I wanted to know the info of what made them decide to stay. So then when
to
she
protect
turned
the.
to him and was
But
like,
they didn't
"Listen,
work. But they didn't work right because the next 27 years.
exactly."
I
So
don't think
that's why I said
Leroy
I
don't
might be
remember.
being greedy with this part, but I would have liked to know, like, did Charlotte just go of old age? Like, did they live out everything and then she went of old age? And then, like, with Will, because we know eventually Will gets got, right? But they're also, which
The
I've never
Burns.
really believed, I kind of felt like it was a lie. But when Mike reads of what happened with his dad or his parents, right? One thing is that they died in a fire, which Pennywise does say to him. But the other thing was they tried to insinuate that he was on drugs. And on one hand, I was like, well, damn, after everything that Will went through, I don't kind of blame him for being on drugs. But on the other hand, I think that's just something they try to throw in there, just like what they did with the black spot. I don't think he was ever on any damn drug. Like, I would have liked it, and that's me being greedy. I would have liked a little bit more on that. That's why I was like, y'all could have gave us another 2 episodes, maybe. But I don't, I'm not complaining. Um,
Yeah, I'm not
this is
complaining.
they staying, and we know that they family fights for generations, and that Mike comes along later and kicks Pennywise ass too. So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
ain't fighting it though,
I ain't
not
fighting it
me.
either, so I ain't gonna hold you. So I'm like, I ain't fighting. I'm definitely bouncing and taking my butt back to wherever I came from, Shreveport, wherever they came from. But I'm speaking for as her character. So that's what I'm speaking for. But in reality, no, hell no. But yeah, I'm just speaking about Forrest, her character on this show. Why would she choose to stay? That's why I'm not shocked her saying that she want to stay. Yep, mind my business and leave the whole wacky town alone. Make Derry great again, girl. All in you, a fool. um, yeah. So we get um Derry it's chapter 1. Um, we see Ingrid, crazy ass, locked up in the asylum as a patient, not as a worker. And they playing her a record, the music record, the song. I guess her daddy would listen to or whatever. And then we get to like 25, 26 years later. She is painting. I think a clown or what have you, her father's outfit, and we hear some hollering, some screaming, a commotion down the hallway, and yeah, old woman Ingrid is going down the hallway to the room. We see a woman is hanging, and we see a young lady and her father. They is on the ground, crying and hollering. And the daddy kind of pushed the girl off, and then the girl turned around, and it was Beverly. I was like, okay, now we tie some things together to the chapter 1, the 2017 movie. So, Tamika, you there? um,
Yes,
what
I
are your
can. I'm
thoughts?
sorry, y'all. Um,
Okay.
I love this. I love this. Now, some people was having theories that Lily was going to be Beverly's mother, but that didn't happen. But this was
Mm-mm.
good. This was good because I said Ingrid is exactly where she's supposed to be, where she should have been. Keep your ass there.
From
um,
organization.
but
Yes.
knowing that Beverly mom, the dad, like in the current it had always blamed her for her mom. We knew she was supposed to have some psychiatric issues too. Like I
Yep.
said, I think Pennywise be going down the line messing with all their damn families. So of course,
Heart.
we see her, and then we have Beverly mom being taken out, and we have Ingrid saying to her, like, no one that dies in Derry really, dies. Like, don't be sad, don't worry about it. And of course, she says that to adult Beverly later. Well, really is, I guess, it using her form, but whatever.
Right.
So it was like her going to her house. Then now we know that she's seen her back then as a kid when this first happened with her mother. So I like how they tied that in. And I was
Talking
about
about
to say
everybody who
something else.
dies in there really never dies. I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
go
Um
back to painting.
It's something else that I was about to say and it just slipped my mind. But yeah, I was here for this part. I'm like, okay, and this actress actually just passed away. I want to say I saw it was June
Yeah,
2025. So RIP to her. And this was the last, you know, role that she did, like
bro.
coming back for this. So God bless her, rest in peace. You did what you had to do, Ingrid, okay?
Okay. He said Mrs. Kurtz waiting all that time for Hank to break her out of there. So sad. Was she?
Child, she
Look,
really she
look.
ain't waiting on nothing because
She
Pennywise
ain't no
scrambled up
damn
her
Hank.
brain. Right.
If I ain't getting no any better, he said that little that
Mm-mm.
white
Hank got the
bee
hell up
set
out
me
of
up.
there.
Bigger for entertainment. I love this tie in and making more sense
Mm-hmm.
as to why she had to see Ingrid chapter 2. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
go to
I
your room,
loved it.
Ingrid. And she just a smiling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, okay, we tying these things together, but we know we going backwards. So I'm glad they
Mm-hmm. And
tied.
there's so many people that wasn't really into, in movies that now this is making them say like, okay, I gotta go check this out. Like I see so many people saying that I gotta go back and do my, history, do some homework on this before
Right.
the next series comes. So now they're getting even more fans.
Yeah.
They did the damn thing, man. They really
I
did.
mean, it did have me go back because some of the stuff I did watch for us to get
Mm-hmm.
the knowledge of this show. I did have to go back to The Shining, Doctor Sleep, especially the 2017 It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I
Yeah,
definitely
because
had to
it
go
had
back
been
because
a
I
minute
forgot about
since
the kids. Right. I was like,
I
them kids'
saw
names
that,
was
and I haven't watched The Shining in God knows when.
yeah, I
Um,
revisited The Shining.
I need to
Mm-mm.
revisit that. And another thing is that because I think Stephen King didn't care for the one that they did with Jack Nicholson, and then he did his own, which in my opinion wasn't all that. I did watch both versions,
I
but
know
I
what you said.
think I
Yeah.
think in that version, um, Dick lives. In the other first version, he dies, but in the original book, he lives. So that part always ticked me off because I always felt like, why did y'all take him out when he really died of old age? Why did we need to change that and make him die in here? But again, they have their own interpretations in their own way that they want to tell the story. So, like I said, take us down the journey. It's enough of the universe for y'all to split it up into different things. Come on with it. I don't
Now the
know if he could
question
change
is,
the. That's the question. Like now, it gave me more questions too because can he change the future? We had the conversation
that's
where
what I just
Marge
said.
is telling Ronnie, yeah, and I'm like, she like, so he's gonna basically be trying to go back and take out our parents so we don't exist. And Ronnie was like, hey, I guess that's the next, the next
Because he was
they
trying to take her
that's
out
they
here.
fight, right?
Right. Because he was
And
trying to take her
I
out here.
believe he probably
Because
does
Ricky
this
would not
over.
exist.
I think he does it over and over and over. And so far, your ass
Yeah.
ain't getting through, Penny. Okay, but we shall
Okay.
see what else they gonna come up with. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I would just like to see, be interested how he would get their people so they don't exist. So I like how they had that conversation with Marge and Ronnie. How they had that conversation. I'm like, yep. I like, here y'all go, setting it up for the season 2. We're going back to
Oh
what,
yeah, they
1945?
definitely set it up. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah, I enjoyed this season and I enjoyed this season finale. They really tied it up and linked things up
Hmm.
really well. There was
Yeah.
like no holes or
Yeah.
nothing. But I mean all you can do is speculate because they is going backwards.
Yeah.
They not going forward. You just kind of put
Right.
it together um much more better now. From episode 1 because we ain't know what was going on, how this will link to the movies and stuff and other entities of Stephen King stuff. Okay, what we got? My theory is that he does, and we get an It Chapter 3 movie. How do he come back? How do the entity come back after the chapter 2? Or is this gonna be chapter 3 will be the gap of up to this point, from this point up to chapter 1? I don't know. I need to know. Like, where would they start off? Not that's funny. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of this review. I enjoyed the season. I enjoyed this finale. Yes. Replay gang, let us know your thoughts. How would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest? Like, how would you rate this and your thoughts on this season finale? Did they stick the landing on this finale? Because to me they did. Even though last episode felt like a finale episode, but this is really, really, really good finale episode. So Matthew said Theory will be sick in the series with the whole new movie. Okay. So y'all think Halloran should get another one?
I think he could get his own spin-off too. Like I said, there's so much material there.
A show?
I
Okay.
think he can if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's interested in it, but I would like to see that journey.
I would like to see that too, from here until, to the shining of it all, or whatever, however they want to do it. Yeah, I don't mind see Halloran have his own thing, because the actor, he did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Chris Chalk, he did a hell of a job as this Halloran. No offense to the other Hallarans, but yeah. I mean, I like the other Hallarans, other dicks, but this one, he really sold it for me. Like, he was like really in pain. He see these dead people. He really sold it.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he needs a spin-off. Okay. Yeah, I hate it too. That's all I can say. But at that time, he really, I don't know how old he was when he got to the Shining. What was that?
And he had already been there for what, almost 30 years or something like
30
that.
years, yeah.
At that point.
That's what I was like. I don't know how old. I know he was an old man. Old.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I definitely wouldn't mind seeing his journey and how he grows, and it's, just getting more of his story.
I can see that man winning awards for playing this role, because he had all the facial expressions, and the way him and Leroy was cussing each other out. Well, he was cussing Leroy out. He's like,
this was a phenomenal cast. I think that they will rack up things as far as the actors and actresses and writing and cinematography, all of it. Because even how Pennywise looked in the, last part of, the ending of the last episode, and then this episode with the red going down from him being sleeping, it looked crazy.
Do you think they will reuse this cast for the next one?
I'm not too sure. I mean,
well, some of them
not crazy as kitten, but they could bring back this cast and have it just be like, what do you call those? The anthology series where it's different stories, but the same cast, and they're playing different characters. They could do that as well, or they could find the ones. It depends. I mean, but those new ones got to be just as good as these ones. That's the catch.
That's the part.
Find another one that's like that, yeah. And they all seem like they have like a good chemistry. I see videos and pictures of them behind the scenes. So, yeah.
And I just hope that everyone did a phenomenal job, and I hope they continue to get work. If they
yes, absolutely. I definitely want to see them.
On this franchise again. So I hope everyone able to get more work, because that'd be dope. Yeah, I really enjoyed this series. I hate that it's over. I really do. And
I do too. I don't know what I'm gonna be watching on my Sunday nights now, but that just goes to show what a great job they did, because it was like you was looking forward to it, even down to the daggone theme song. The amount of people I see dancing to that theme song, and doing
ooh,
videos trying to get that Pennywise strut down, like,
right.
yeah, it's
Shout
definitely
out to
been.
the directors, the writers, the creators,
Mm-hmm.
Andreas and Barbara Machete and
Yes,
others
yes.
for creating a series and doing it well, taking the time with it and doing it well. So I love
Mhm.
it. Before we get out of here, you guys, make sure you are subscribed. If you are new here, make sure you are subscribed to both of our channels and hit the like button on our channels.
Mhm.
We greatly appreciate it. And before we get out of here, we're gonna tell you what we got coming up this week for as other reviews and TV shows we talking about or movies we talking about. So Tamika.
Yeah, tomorrow myself and Candy Love do the Oval. Wednesday we have our season finale. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, for sisters, even though about to be right back in 2.5 seconds. I was so pissed off when I saw that.
I saw that too. When you see me, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Friday I have
Good
Force,
night.
and I'm also going to be doing a live, discussion with a panel of the top, shows and movies, documentaries, whatever we watched in 2025 that we really feel like stood out. And of course, Welcome to Derry is going to be at the top of that damn list somewhere. Okay, and quite a few things came out in 2025 that I liked. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, okay, y'all doing it right now. So I can't wait to have that discussion. And then Sunday is the season finale for Family Business. And, just keep your notifications on. Possibly
Ooh,
some
it's a
other
lot of
videos
finales.
gonna be popping up. I know, right? We have come to the end of the road.
We got sisters and we got family
Yes.
business. Like, oh
Hmm.
goodness, we're gonna have
Yeah.
some room on our plates. So we're gonna
Yes.
put something else.
Right.
Definitely us up.
Hmm.
So yeah, same with me. Sisters, we just did pluribus panel. We talk about that, episode 7. Um family business. I got to catch up on my power, and I'm trying to get back into my black soap beyond the gates. That's really a hoot. Yeah, just make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I go live or when I upload something. I'm just trying to catch up because over here, life is life, and it's the holiday season, and y'all already know how it is. How I can get around the holiday season with family and stuff. You got a lot of stuff to do. It was a great episode. Yes, we know. Thank you, all in. That Kaju, Bigger for Entertainment, Matthew Wilson. Yeah, thank y'all for chatting up with us and everyone who's in the bushes, listening to us talk about this season finale of It Welcome to Derry. We regularly appreciate it. That y'all hit the like button on y'all way out, okay? And we will see
Yes.
y'all for another one.
All
Season
right,
2,
child.
maybe. Bye, y'all.